No matter what client you're working with, upper body pushing is gonna play some role in their program. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 exercises that you can do with any client. The first upper body pressing exercise that I'm gonna start with is gonna be the resistance band chest press. And the reason that I like to start out with the resistance bands is because no matter who you have coming in, you can generally get them doing this exercise pretty quickly with good technique and form. And it's easy to change the resistance as well. So whether they're a newer exerciser and they might be a little bit nervous about the gym, this can be a very gentle way to introduce them to upper body pressing. But also even some of your experienced exercisers, if they're used to doing dumbbells and machines, the split stance is gonna add a different element of core and stability to your pushing movements. Number 2 is our dumbbell chest press. Again, because of the ease of getting most people to perform this exercise with decent technique, we can make it as light as we need be. And with upper body pushing, this can be one of the bigger limitations from doing things like push-ups right away. They may not really have the upper body strength to be able to perform it, to be able to lift 60% of their body weight. So this is a great place to start and we can progress. The other thing I like is it helps us identify any single side, any unilateral differences as those dumbbells have to work independently. Exercise number 3 is the dumbbell incline press. And it's got some similar benefits as our flat dumbbell chest press, but the important piece here is that we need to break up our upper body pushing into both horizontal and vertical components. But a lot of people struggle to go directly overhead with overhead presses, military presses. So I find the dumbbell incline is the best place to start when it comes to doing vertical-ish pressing. And the other piece here too is it allows for us to move those shoulders and find the right position, something that's a little bit different and you won't find with a barbell or a machine. Upper body pushing exercise number 4 that I would use with most clients is gonna be either an elevated push-up or an assisted push-up. I like the elevated push-up because we want to integrate some closed kinetic chain work, especially not just for the core and torso, but also for the shoulders. But the challenge is a lot of people don't really have the strength to do push-ups from the ground. And from a mechanic standpoint, I don't love push-ups from the knees. So if you have access to something like a Smith machine, this can be great because I can really customize the height and the challenge for each individual person to make sure it's right for them. And if you don't, but you have access to a band like this NT Loop, doing assisted push-ups can also be a nice way to transition to the ground. That would be my end goal, is can I get someone to be able to do their body weight from the ground? That can be a tough transition for a lot of people. Very similar in the sense that it takes some of the challenge away and makes it a little bit easier as I lower down into that push-up. Number 5 is going to be our 2-arm landmine press. And for some similar reasons I talked about with the dumbbell incline, a lot of clients struggle to go directly overhead, but I want them doing some vertical-ish pressing. The landmine is a great tool. Not only is it easier for me to manage with 2 arms together, pressing up overhead, but for a lot of people, we'll also get an intense amount of core engagement. I love training the core from a standing position, so anytime we can get a little bit of 2-for-1 benefit, to me it's a great exercise, and this can be a nice way to start transitioning people truly into overhead pressing. We can lean into the bar, and then over time, even start to transition them into more unilateral landmine work. Hopefully you learned something new, because I can promise you, even if you only use these 5 pushing exercises with a variety of clients, you're gonna be off to a great start. And if you wanna learn more about how this fits into the overall programming approach, make sure you watch the next video on the screen.